Welcome back to the Fixture Watch, the series that uses the FPL Fixture difficulty ratings to determine which teams have the best or worst run of fixtures over the next 4 game weeks. This allows you to stay one step ahead of the FPL and hopefully aid you with your transfer planning. If you find the video useful, then as always, please support the channel by dropping a like and getting subscribed to FPL TV. The first team to discuss in this week's Fixture Watch is Arsenal, who boast a very nice run of games in the coming weeks. The Gunners face a road trip to Newcastle in Gameweek 5, followed by back-to-back home games against Everton and Watford, before facing Fulham away. The issue for Arsenal this season has been their defensive frailties, already conceding an average of 2 goals per game. This suggests that despite the good fixtures, perhaps they aren't the team to be looking to for clean sheets. The positive with Arsenal though is their goal threat, registering the second most shots on target in the league behind only Man City. And with both Lacazette and Aubameyang opening their accounts last weekend, could this now be the time to bring in an Arsenal midfielder or attacker? Towards the bottom of the fixture difficulty table, and therefore having a much more difficult set of games, is Liverpool. So far, their options have been pivotal to a successful start in FPL, with Robertson, Salah and Mane especially returning big points in the opening 4 weeks. It's important to note now though that their fixtures take a big turn for the worse, with Liverpool facing away trips to Tottenham and Chelsea, 2 fixtures they lost last season. They also face Man City in Gameweek 8, which will no doubt be a tough game for both sides. Some would argue that the big fixtures is when you really need to own Liverpool players, but because of this significantly difficult run, I'm sure it'll see lots of managers who currently own 3 of their players, perhaps proceeding with just 1 or 2 throughout this difficult spell. A team who still boasts some very good fixtures is Manchester City. Granted, they do play Liverpool in Gameweek 8, but their next 3 are arguably the best 3 upcoming fixtures of any team in the league, as Man City face Fulham, Cardiff and then Brighton. With this run, you'd still have to think that having at least 2 City players is an absolute must. It's important to note that during the international break, striker Sergio Aguero won't be joining up with Argentina, which can only give us further assurances that he'll be starting these games, whether it be with or without Gabriel Jesus. Defensively, they haven't really been convincing yet, but with these good fixtures in mind, you'd still have to back them keeping at least 1 or 2 clean sheets. Another team that I've got my eyes on with good fixtures is Bournemouth, with the Cherries facing Leicester, Burnley, Palace and then Watford in the next 4 game weeks. They also have Southampton and Fulham to follow these games, so Bournemouth's fixtures look very nice for 6 game weeks now. This suggests that budget options like Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser could become very useful options over the next few weeks. Ryan Fraser at just 5.6 million currently boasts the highest big chances created of any midfielder. Meanwhile, teammate Callum Wilson has taken the most penalty area touches of any striker, joint top with Aguero. The next team with a difficult run of games is West Ham. After their heavy investment in the summer, I think a lot of managers were considering West Ham options, even despite their hard opening fixtures. Well, their run of games still isn't getting any easier, and what's worse is that they've started the season terribly, with 4 played and 4 defeats. West Ham now face Everton away, Chelsea, United and then Brighton away in the next 4, which will definitely give owners of Marko Arnautovic something to think about. His opponents in Gameweek 5, Everton, are yet to keep a clean sheet, so if I owned Arnautovic, I'd probably hold on to him for 1 more game week and see how he gets on before the tough Chelsea and United games, and if he blanks against Everton, it could be time to offload him. A team with a much improved run of fixtures from Gameweek 5 is Leicester City. In the opening 4 weeks, they faced tough fixtures against both Manchester United and Liverpool, and only narrowly lost each game 2-1. Despite those 2 defeats, they picked up 2 wins from their other games against Wolves and Southampton, and when considering they were without Jamie Vardy, it makes it all the more impressive. So they've actually made a decent start to the season, and they've beaten the teams you'd expect them to. So now with an upturn in fixtures, could this be a good time to jump on Leicester City options? Jamie Vardy is back from suspension now, so at just 3% ownership, he could be an excellent differential if you're not afraid to splash the cash. Alternatively though, you could look at James Maddison in midfield, who has looked very good in his number 10 role for Leicester. With Everton's Theo Walcott highly owned, and possibly out injured, Maddison could provide a very good swap in the coming game weeks, as he faces Bournemouth, Huddersfield, Newcastle and Everton in the next 4 games. Aside rock bottom of the FDR table, and with perhaps the worst fixtures of all, is Cardiff. To be fair, Cardiff's difficult fixtures won't affect many FPL managers, as the majority of their squad have very little FPL ownership currently. It is possible though that some managers may have been considering captain Sean Morrison, who bagged 7 goals in the Championship last year and has already registered 2 clean sheets and 1 assist in the Premier League this season. Their goalkeeper Neil Etheridge has been especially popular lately, making it into some FPL managers' wildcard teams, mainly due to his massive point hauls in the opening 2 weeks, saving penalties in consecutive games. Cardiff face Chelsea, Man City and Spurs within the next 4, so I think it's probably best to negate Cardiff options for now, at least until their fixtures improve from Gameweek 11. The last team to discuss in this fixture watch is Crystal Palace, who despite their defeat to Southampton last time out, still have a very good looking run of fixtures. I think the big factor with Crystal Palace is waiting a bit longer on the fitness updates of Wilfred Zaha and centre-back James Tompkins. Without these two in the side, the prospect of owning Palace players goes way down, even if they do have a good run of fixtures. Palace have a much better defensive record with Tompkins in the side, so if he returns from injury, it makes owning the likes of Patrick van Aanholt a lot more justified at 5.5 million. Going forward, Wilfred Zaha is the player I feel could do very well over this period of games, but if he isn't past fit, I'm not sure I'd go for any other of their attackers at this time. And that wraps up this episode of the Fixture Watch. Hopefully, it's provided you with a few insights into helping you manoeuvre well from Game Week 5 onwards. As always, if you enjoyed it then please drop a like, get subscribed and I'll catch you all in the next video.